B&T Sportstalk show where it's just two old guys trying not to fall asleep. Thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate it. This Sunday evening, man, a lot of NFL going on. NBA starting next week, so sports are going to be in full effect. We missed the show last week, and we apologize. A lot of things going on. Life's getting a little busy, but we are back in full effect. If you like what you're hearing, go listen to some of our other shows. Check out our shorts. Hit the like and subscribe button. We appreciate it. B, how you doing, man?
Oh, just chilling. Life is life, and I mean, what more can you say about it, man? It's a going.
Yeah. Same here, man. Same here. But we making it. We still here, man. Definitely
trying to at least.
Yeah, trying. We'll definitely try to get into the NFL today, man, because that's mainly what we will be talking about. But we do have NBA starting next week, as I mentioned. So, gotta talk a little bit about what the lead up is. I know it's only the beginning of the NBA season, but there are a few stories out there that are interesting for both of our teams. So, get a chance to cover that a little bit as well. So, man, you get a chance to catch some of the games today, man?
No, not at all. Thank God. Jesus Christ! Today was a terrible day of football. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning. I put on the London game, and then I was like, I'll turn this shit back off.
That was pretty rough, man.
Jacksonville tried to make it interesting. They scored, and then Devontae Adams said, "I'll just 3 touchdowns today. All right, let's give it up for Devontae Adams here. All within the goal line, nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
but still, we haven't said something like that in a long time. What I'm saying?
Well, he's been playing on garbage teams for a while now, so he didn't really have.
Speaking of garbage teams, your team decided to turn in a 10 o'clock burner today. Holy
10
hell,
o'clock
man.
in the morning. Going to go play Kansas City. Kansas City, if you haven't been paying attention, has been on a little bit of a tear these past few games. So they've been kind of finding their stride. And I knew this was going to be a bad game because you're trying to win in Arrowhead. The Raiders' offense has been just ho-hum, and the Chiefs have been on the rise as far as the way their offense has been playing. And, man, they came out and they just murdered. They got murdered. 31-0. They didn't even score a field goal. I mean, I don't even know. This was pretty much an additional bye week for the Raiders because they could have stayed at home. They would have scored the same amount of points if they had never showed up to this game. And that goes back to what I said at the beginning of the season, man. I was very pessimistic and low on this team coming in because they didn't change a lot. All they did was change coaches. The players were pretty much the same. They replaced an older quarterback in Gardner Minshew with a slightly better but still older quarterback in Geno Smith. And this thing is starting to sink like a pile of rocks. I gotta say, can we start asking for that draft pick now, B? Is now a good time to put up the flag and start? It would be nice if the Raiders had drafted a quarterback that they could have rolled out there during these crappy games so we could see something to get excited about, but they didn't. Instead, it's them and it's Geno Smith and Aiden O'Connell, which we've seen for 2.5 years.
You remember you have Kenny Pickett Jr., right?
Okay. Another tenured quarterback. I'm not getting excited about them.
You gotta try something though, man. Geno Smith's not working.
No, don't try anything. Let it sink. Just burn it to the ground. Just let it win 2 games, maybe 3 games, and get as close to the top draft pick as you possibly can.
Right, Aiden O'Connell's not even on the depth chart for the Raiders here. It's Geno Smith or Kenny Pickett. So just run Kenny Pickett out there.
Yeah. But if the goal is to win games, yeah. I mean, they could.
You're not winning games with Geno Smith. So
I don't think Kenny Pickett's any better, but
exactly. So you might as well just roll him out there.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh my God.
Good God, man! I'm watching Atlanta just get steamrolled by Christian McCaffrey. Good God, man! They want to stop the run.
If only they could throw. If only Mac Jones could throw a pass. If only they could.
Tell me about it. Jesus Christ. I feel really bad. It should have started Sam Darnold for tomorrow night instead of Mac Jones. But, oh, no, Mac Jones is throwing 300 yards a game, and I don't think he's broken like 50 today. No, he's throwing like Geno Smith. Geno Smith, he was consistent, though, 10 for 16 for fucking 67 yards.
Dude, I mean, there's no way to look at this game for the Raiders and pull some type of rabbit out of the hat positive story. They got their butts kicked beginning and in the end. It was bad, and it was really just a pickup game for the Kansas City Chiefs to continue feeling good about what they're doing. They got Rishi Rice back, who didn't have a ton of yards, but did have some touchdowns. So, yeah.
Oh God, let's
Whatever.
95 total yards of offense for the Raiders. Fantastic.
You're really looking at the stats right now.
I am, as a matter of fact. 1 turnover, God. 3 first downs, 8 penalties for 58 yards. So at least you guys won that category. 0 for 7 on third downs. Jeez, you guys had the balls to go for it on fourth down.
It's so bad.
It was that bad. You guys didn't have a possession in the red zone.
We didn't have 100 total yards in offense.
You guys only held the ball for 17 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you want me to say to this? This is bad.
Why did Pete Carroll come back? That's what I want to know now. Like, you know what? At this point, like, why
I don't know.
Back?
Dude, well, not even just Pete Carroll. It's like this weird Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly. You know, it's like, what the hell are he doing? You know,
I bet you Tom Brady's sitting in there going, I don't know why I'm pouring money into this team
he's the dumbass that's a part of the think tank over there. Remember? Like, he's the guy that's over there. You know what? You know what, folks? I know what it is. I figured it out. Tom Brady is trying to sink the Raiders like he did with the Tuck rule. And so now here he is trying to help Mushroom Head Davis make decisions with the Raiders coaching staff and management. And here we are again, a 95,000-year-old man, a washed offensive coordinator who can't keep a job, and a quarterback who is not terrible but ain't gonna get us anywhere. Great, awesome. I'm so excited.
You sound very excited.
No, it's garbage. I'm telling you, burn it to the ground. I'm so tired of this.
They're already burning it to the ground, man.
They did it. They keep. What do you mean? We went from Derek Carr to Jimmy Garoppolo to Gardner Minshew.
You are getting progressively worse ever since Jimmy Garoppolo left.
Yo, get that crap out of here. Jimmy Garoppolo, come on.
Who was before Jimmy?
Nobody cares about Jimmy. He barely played.
Who was before
Derek Carr.
So there was just a little bit of hope with Jimmy. Then ever since then, it has completely gone off the deep end.
I never had hope in Jimmy Garoppolo because I'm not stupid. And then if the Niner fans didn't want his butt, what are we going to do with him? The Niners didn't need him. They didn't want him. And all he did in Vegas was find some, what was he on? PEDs or something?
He was on steroids and with strippers. He was
living
every single guy's American dream.
He was taking the Viagra steroid cocktail out there in Vegas having a grand old time. Wasn't doing anything for us.
I wish I had some of that.
I just made that up. Please, no one do that. We don't, first off, drugs are bad. Okay, kids? All right.
Seru!
All right.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, no, you're on that side. Don't listen to this guy. But yeah, man. So the Raiders are going to continue with this dumpster fire. The hope is that they burn the whole thing to the ground, get a top pick, and draft another high-quality player.
And then blow that top pick. You guys going to trade it. Watch. You can trade it.
For what?
For a seasoned quarterback. You're bringing Marcus Mariota back.
Yeah, there you go. We'll trade for Devontae Adams again, just like we did last time.
Bring back David Carr out of or Derek.
David, that'd be funny.
All right, hey Derek, you suck still. You want to come back?
We're not that far from it. Old David Carr. Speaking of old, because I'm trying to change the subject because that's how bad this game was.
Dude, did you feel old Thursday night?
Yeah, I was just about to say it. Did you see the game between the oldest set of quarterbacks the NFL has ever seen play against each other? None other than Aaron Rodgers at 41,000 years old. And then you had Joe Flacco at 42,000 years old facing off in a very good football game. A very good football game.
All I know is my arthritis was killing me watching that game. I was just sitting down watching it, bro. You know, the best part about that game is Joe Flacco has zero rapport with any of these guys, right?
And he's slinging it.
And he literally just got on the field with them, and it looked like they've been practicing for freaking years, man. Like Jamar Chase, you have Jamar Chase in fantasy football, and absolutely just lit up the points here for you. Aaron Rodgers was just finding his tight ends like no other business. Like
Yeah.
it was not a good day to be a receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers because you weren't going to get the
You
ball.
weren't getting the ball. You weren't
No,
getting the
not
ball.
at all there.
And kudos to both these running backs. We've been waiting a while to see Chase Brown, should get something going. So he had himself a game with a 37-yard touchdown, 108 yards total. And then you had Warren on the other side, 127 yards. This was a good, nice offensive game between these two teams, and it was back and forward. I really enjoyed watching it. I do not like Aaron Rodgers, but I appreciate his game. And to watch him and Flacco with the beards and and Aaron Rodgers with the droopy eyes looking like he just woke up and somebody dumped coffee on his head. It was great. It was like watching two guys that just got out of working in an insurance company battle each other on the field. It was great.
Damn, so you saying that's going to be us one day?
I hope so. I hope I'm that age and can perform at that level.
We came from insurance backgrounds.
We did, but that's what they look like. I mean, they look like two insurance executives that just walked out of the office.
I'm gonna tell you this was the last thing I expected to see on Thursday night. Like it just really wasn't what I was anticipating here, and then all of a sudden we get probably either the second or best game of the weekend so far.
For sure.
Yeah, that was very entertaining there. So the NFL got lucky with that one because man, if that game was not entertaining, most people that age were going to be napping. For sure. Me one of them. I love me a good nap, and if that game is boring like it was this morning at 6:30, I'm sleeping, man. I am sleeping.
Yeah. No, this game actually turned out to be pretty darn good. However, you talked about it right. Sleeping early morning. This early morning game in London was absolute trash, garbage, dumpster fire. It was only one touchdown better than the Raider game. How the heck did McCaffrey just moved 15 people and was pulled by his offensive lineman into the end zone? Is that a legal play, Brian? Should that be a legal play, B?
No, it shouldn't be. That's the Reggie Bush push. But no, it shouldn't be. He just dragging him, man. That's rugby style. But
I'm waiting for the play because we're getting close with the tush push where a guy just hops on the back of an offensive lineman and rides him into the end zone.
Literally. The Vikings drew the Eagles offsides. Did you see how they did it?
No, I didn't see that.
So they were the nose guard was literally laying right in front of the center, and they called him offsides.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it works. Anti tush push. In full effect now. Here we go. We're gonna have guys just laying on the field, trying to draw the Eagles offside.
This is getting out of hand, man.
Jesus Christ.
This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand.
And then you got linemen just dragging players into the end zone. No whistle call, no nothing. Like, come on, man. Like he's not even like they're giving CMC credit for like pushing the pile. No, he got carried into it. They just a bunch of guys all over each other.
Offensive linemen should be credited for. There has to be a stat for that. You got to get a stat. They got to give the offensive lineman a stat. They don't get a full TD, but they get like a carry or something. I don't know what you want to call it, but they got to get something because offensive linemen with the tush push and a lot of plays we see around the goal line and even outside the goal line where guys are being carried through piles, they putting in work.
Bruce, it was a matter of time before we were waiting for you to get in here, but we
Yeah.
What up, Bruce? He says about those Chiefs. Sometimes someone was very pissed about me mentioning the Lakers. Maybe I should mention the Raiders about this Chiefs. Hello, gentlemen. We got through that already. We got through that already.
Yeah. Well, the difference is there isn't a lot of expectation for the Raiders this year, and I mentioned it earlier, but I was pretty down on the Raiders going into this season because I didn't feel they did enough to win any game. And like I said, they need to bottom the thing out and just start over again.
Now the AFC West has got a 3-team tie for first.
That's right, baby.
The Chargers,
the Broncos,
the Broncos won.
Yeah,
so
they
no,
won.
It's the Broncos and Chiefs that are holding serve at the top right now.
Yeah, and the Chargers, as anticipated, have tripped over their own shoestrings and fallen out of the top ranks.
Hey.
Team gets on my nerve. Well, actually, they played a good team, though. I got to give the Colts some props.
Gino is a Raider legend. He's coming in. They were tight. They're gonna put him in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, not even close, man. We got some fairly good quarterbacks in our past. We got almost as many as the Chiefs do.
the new coach maybe should be Parcells or Belichick. Belichick's not even doing good in college right
I
now. Like
rather I
they
rather
just
I rather throw up. I can't believe you brought up Bill Parcells. Parcells is beyond.
Hey,
Is he
James
still on
Franklin.
TV?
James, I don't know, but James Franklin's out there. He coached at Penn State. He's available. Oh, of
What do
course,
you
they're
think? The
showing Jalen.
Raiders, we don't, you know.
Speaking of quarterbacks, we talked about a certain place all year
What's that?
about who should be starting. And that was the Cleveland Browns, and they
Oh,
pushed.
Gabriel, yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that, T?
Gabriel, he had a fair game. They
Yep.
won. They won. That's what matters most. The Browns won the game.
31-6 over the hopeless Dolphins. Holy cow, that team sucks. Dylan Gabriel, 13 for 18.
Two is gonna be a Raider next year.
all Pete Carroll's gonna do is get him killed.
Raiders are gonna look at it and find some. I mean, Gabriel didn't do. Gabriel wasn't eye popping. I'm gonna be honest with you, but they did enough to win this game. Their defense is very good. 13 for 18, 116 yards, 89 passer rating, was sacked twice. So he held the water. We'll say that. Judkins, 3 TDs, 25 attempts on 84 yards. Not the greatest per carry average, but got into the end zone when they needed it.
Tua's canned tuna. Expired canned tuna.
Yeah.
God, that guy has such a nice touch on his ball before he got concussed. Like he used to throw a really solid deep ball.
He need to get one of them Nerf helmets like these other guys, man.
What other game? Bears and Saints wasn't too bad.
I did not.
Dude, they gotta get Spencer Rattler some help, man. They really do.
It's the Saints. They don't have any.
The man was 20 for 32 with 233 yards and 2 touchdowns. If I'm reading that stat line, you'd have thought, oh, this game was close, but it wasn't.
No.
I mean, it kind of was. It kind of was here, but God, if they could get him some weapons, man, it's just. But dude, I'm telling you, I really like what Spencer Rattler's turning into here, for the Saints here. That's starting to look pretty promising for them. There.
Unfortunate. That team's going to suck for a little while. So the hope is that they can add some talent as they move forward. But yeah, I think for me, dude, it's got to be the young guns game. It's got to be the New York Giants versus Denver. I mean, you got two guys between Dart and Bo Nix, who a lot of folks are looking at, and these guys they're picking up some good steam. I mean, ever since Dart's been in, I mean, Dabo is like he's been like inviting the kid over to dinner, taking him out, buying him stuff. I mean, he saved his whole coaching career. So
sure the hell did.
So I mean, you got to give the kid props for being a rookie and coming in with his first snaps and playing as good as he did. I thought this was going to be a great game, and indeed it was. The Giants had the Broncos dead to rights, which seemed like for most of this game. I think it was 19-0 at one point, and then went
Denver
berserk.
scored 33 unanswered points in the fourth quarter.
Yes,
that's ridiculous, man. Someone's got to check Scattaboo too. Did you see the way Scattaboo? Did you see when he caught the ball and it was like an 11-yard touchdown run? Dude was 3 yards in the end zone and went after a Denver player just to crash into him. I'm like, man, dude, he had nothing to.
It's like, dude, calm down, man.
Dead,
At that point, we start our celebration, buddy. We don't.
Yeah, that's how we celebrate. He just crashes into someone.
You just hit somebody. That's exactly.
Oh man. But man, it was pretty. It was looking pretty bleak for the Broncos. The Boo Birds even came out, and Bo Nix kind of saved the day. J.K. Dobbins, pretty solid game, 14 carries, 81 yards. But I mean, look, the New York Giants are still young, but I mean, this is also going to be a growing lesson. You cannot take any team lightly until the final whistle's done. Because I'll be honest with you, the New York Giants outplayed Denver through the entire game up until that fourth quarter. So knowing that, look, even though a team is still hung 0 points going into the fourth, you can't count them out, especially with the way offenses move nowadays. Like, it's just quick here, but that was a big comeback for Bo Nix and the Broncos. I don't want to take that away from them.
Yeah, and be honest, I mean, the Giants are outplaying anybody's expectations, really. I mean, they've only won a handful of games, but they're at least exciting to watch. They're a fun team to watch now. So kudos to them. I don't nobody's expecting the Giants to blow anybody out the water, but at the same time, they can look at their future and say, hey, you know what? I think we got some here. While the Broncos, and this is Bo Nix's second year, Broncos are now sitting by themselves in first place in the AFC West at 5-2. So let's see if they can keep it up, man. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The only thing I've got against Jackson Dart right now is the way he runs the ball. He does not slide. That man looks for contact, and it's gonna be a little dangerous. It's gonna
catch up to him at some point.
Got to be a little safe with that. Dart is Mac Jones' first year. Mac Jones made the playoffs his first year last time I checked, so that's not a bad comparison. Although after that, Mac Jones kind of felt a little loose there. And then Bruce, we'll get to that NBA talk in a second. Bruce says, "I got thick skin. I will not get mad." LOL.
Yeah,
we're starting too early with this. All right. I gotta ask you, are the Colts for real now? They are 6-1.
Yeah, so the Colts are for real. And I was thinking about this game. I was watching this, and I'm like, you know what? I don't like the Chargers because the Chargers are always Jekyll and Hyde. They've been like this for 3 years now. They're up, they're down, they're up, they're down. The Chargers, every year, some idiot comes out and says how great they're going to be and how good they're going to be in the AFC West, and they just kind of hover around that 500 mark. So, yeah, man, I got to give it to Indiana. Indianapolis. The Colts came out. They handled business. Jonathan Taylor, obviously, great running back, absolute beast. Had 3 touchdowns today on almost 100 yards rushing. And Jones, this guy's name keeps coming up. I mean,
he just needs to get out of New York, man.
He's pretty good, I guess. I mean, I've been hating on him, but he's pretty good. Herbert threw the ball a bazillion times, had 420 yards, 3 touchdowns.
55 times, man. Come on, man. My arm hurts even just thinking about that number. 55 times throwing the ball? Come on, bro.
And their running game was absolutely atrocious. The leading rusher for the Chargers team was Justin Herbert.
Let's give Colts credit for their defense.
Yeah,
let's give that to them there.
Let's give it to them.
Let's see here. Colts are for real because there are so many bad football being played. Honestly, Chiefs should be terrible. There's so many bad O-lines and QBs. I mean, regardless though, we weren't expecting this from the Colts.
Yeah. We could also say there's some very good defensive teams and defensive lines too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it could go either way.
But I'll give credit to the Chiefs for it to do. They found their stride, and I unfortunately my team has suffered from that. Your team will suffer twice from that.
Yeah, for sure.
The rest of the league is because now the Chiefs have everybody back, right? I don't think they're really. I really don't think they're
not missing anybody. Their only problem is an aging Travis Kelce, but it seems
that's the least of their worries.
Yeah, the way that Mahomes is getting the ball out quick and early, I mean, it's starting to look like they're starting to figure out what they're doing. So
that's the last thing we need in this world.
No, we don't. Nobody needs it. Another Kansas.
The Chargers quarterback is worse than Rivers. You can't even give Justin Herbert his own name on this, man. It's Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
You know what? I would say Phillip Rivers was a little glorified for doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he wasn't the greatest. He did a lot of yelling and screaming,
and a lot of kid making. That dude's got a baseball team, man. Holy cow!
No wonder you couldn't get in the Super Bowl.
It's because he was doing other things.
He was busy. His offseason worked out. Looked a little different than everybody else's. That's all. But yeah, no, man. I mean, yeah, Phillip Rivers, LaDainian Tomlinson, great Charger players, but the day's over. I'm trying to think of some other games.
Penix is hurt.
Well, I mean,
is it Penix?
Yeah, Penix. Yeah, that's the end of this game's over, man.
Not technically yet.
This game's over. I mean, that's the old Tom Brady. The old Tom Brady. That's what happened to Tom Brady. The tackle at the knees.
Oh yeah.
Was that they call a penalty on that?
Yeah, they did. Speaking of young, sorry.
That's right.
Speaking of young quarterbacks getting hurt, Jaden Daniels suffered another injury today.
Yeah.
And then the Commanders progressively then just got blown out of the water. So
You know what he needs to do, man? Okay,
not,
he got them Kevin Durant legs, bro. He need to do something about that. Okay?
no Debo. No scary Terry. You're relying on Luke McCaffrey, who didn't do much on my
It's the
fantasy
wrong
team.
one. Wrong
Congratulations
McCaffrey.
for him.
Wrong one.
And you had Marcus Mariota out there, and the Cowboys just blew him out of the water here.
Ran up the score, baby.
Ran it up against the lowly Commanders here after the
that was
Commanders did it
whack.
to them last year, 44-22. I mean, is the Commander season over? And how serious was that injury to Jaden McDaniels?
I don't know, man, but if he is
Jaden
gonna
McDaniels,
miss,
I call them McDaniels.
if he's good, yeah, like McDonald's, if he's gonna miss more time, because he's already missed some games already. Yeah, this could be a tough spot for the Commanders because they've been without him for enough time. Now they're going back to Mariota again. I don't know if we can honestly look at this team and say, yeah, you guys are going to be able to earn one of those playoff spots, especially with only one more win than the Giants, who at this point, from what we can see, even the New York Giants probably are playing a little bit better at this point than Washington is playing. And they certainly will be playing better than this team without their starting quarterback. So I don't know if we can say it's over yet. We have to see what the injury is really about, but it definitely isn't good if he's going to miss more games.
No, it's not. It sucks to see. But football, man.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line of it. It is football towards the end of it. So, but speedy recovery for him in regards to that. And I think what was the last game we missed here? Is this Niner game? Is you're right now? It's over. I couldn't see the time. Now I can see it.
It's over. Yeah, I mean, that was a good effort by London, but he was out of bounds already, and that wasn't going to happen. So,
what was the last game of the day?
Another shot to the knees.
Did he take another hit?
Yeah, somebody help him. Get him some help out there.
Packers and Cardinals wasn't too bad.
It wasn't much of a game to start. It looked like the Cardinals had him, had a pretty good lead, and then they gave it up. I didn't really watch much of this game, to be honest.
Was it just that boring in the NFL this weekend? Because I feel like all the games on TV just didn't pop out.
I mean, you had some good some is being, you had two good games maybe. But other than that, other than the game on Thursday and the Broncos Giants game, not a whole lot going on. But here's what's crazy is Chicago is 4-2. Okay, this division is tight. We're talking about the NFC North. Green Bay, they squeaked out a win to stay at 4-1. The Bears won today to go to 4-2. Detroit's at 4-2, and then Minnesota, they dropped to 3-3.
How the hell is Minnesota 3-3 through all of this garbage?
I don't know, man.
They were 3-2 going into today, right? Before they lost to the Eagles today.
Yeah.
God, how are they 500?
I don't know, man, but they are. But they definitely are. And then the NFC, same thing for the NFC West with the Arizona Cardinals, who they won a game today, but they are at the bottom, 2-5. They're not doing anything, at least not from what I can tell.
Well, you're gonna have the Niners, you're gonna have the Rams, both at 5-2. So, looks like, and then Seattle gets the Texans tomorrow night.
Yeah, and then we got Tampa Bay and Detroit. Great game.
That's right. I forgot. We need 2 Monday night games because one wasn't enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why
man. Do this?
NFL, you are not the NBA where you need to do a doubleheader. You are not the NBA.
It's not even game. It's a staggered. Well, I guess it's a doubleheader.
Well, yeah, because the NBA, when they do their national coverage, they get 2 games, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. Stop. We don't need that, man. 1 game on Monday night for football. You get enough watchers already. Then you got me flipping through the channels back and forth like a maniac. Damn, man. And no, Bruce, the Bears are not overrated, okay? They were my dark horse, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'd have to say overrated compared to who would be the question. The Colts?
They're 4-2 right now.
Yeah, I mean, the Colts, or were we talking about the Chiefs? Were we comparing everybody to the Chiefs? I mean, maybe they're underrated compared to the Chiefs since the Chiefs have won Super Bowls, but I don't think they're underrated comparably. If we look across the board.
Nah, they're right. I mean, they're in a division where it's a traffic jam.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is.
And there's no guarantee that Detroit's going to be able to beat Tampa Bay tomorrow. I mean, Tampa Bay's only lost once. They're a team that's been disrespected for the past couple of years with Baker Mayfield, and they've shown that they can.
I expect tomorrow to be a shootout.
Oh, it's going to be great.
An absolute shootout tomorrow.
It's going to be great.
Whatchamacallit. But yeah, if Tampa Bay pulls this off, they have to be considered the favorites in the NFC at that time.
All right.
I would go with that there. Philadelphia does not look impressive.
No.
They have not looked impressive over the last few weeks there.
They've been struggling.
If Tampa Bay waxed the Niners last week, right?
Yep.
And then they get Detroit. If they wax them as well, and there's a little revenge out for that, because the last time these two teams played, I think it was in the playoffs. Not this past year, but the year before.
Yeah, it might have been the year before. Yeah.
Where's Mac Jones celebrating, man? You didn't do shit today for me on fantasy. Just handed the ball to Christian McCaffrey, like, miss me with that.
Yeah, well, he couldn't find him quick enough. But, yeah, you should definitely hand that ball off.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck him. Should have started Sam Darnold for tomorrow. That's what I get for messing with my lineup. Now I'm banking on Amon-Ra. And I need Seattle's defense to shut out Houston.
Yeah,
to really get a chance.
I feel stupid. I brought Kittle back because he was back in the lineup, and the ball never even left Mac Jones' hands very often this game. So.
They ran the ball like 40, 50, 60, 70,000 times, man. Like,
I'm relying on Baker Mayfield to help me win.
That's not a bad relay. That's not a bad assistance there.
So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, they trade in uniforms. Nice.
Bruce, who is not overrated?
Not
the Chiefs. Is there any other team not named the Chiefs that you believe is not overrated? Because at this point,
are the Bills overrated?
I feel like that the old.
Come on, Bruce.
There was an old skit from Mad TV with the Asian lady. He look like a man. That's what I feel like right now. What do you look like? He look like a man. What do you look like? He look like a man. So is there another team other than the Chiefs that is not overrated, Bruce? Let us know.
Anyways, well, Sunday night's over. Thank God. Dude, this game was on pace to end at like 7 p.m. today. There was like no penalties in the first half.
Yeah, I don't.
This game ended hella early.
Yeah, Bruce, not a lot of points. Not a lot of points going on, just go run the ball. Time was ticking every time they ran the ball. They ran the clock right out, and the game was over.
Bruce says Lions and Chiefs, so I'm assuming that's your Super Bowl prediction then, if you're going with that. I think he did mention that when we were getting ready for the season.
Yeah,
that he was picking the Lions and Chiefs.
I wanted the Lions. I thought the Lions were going to make it to the Super Bowl last year. They did not get it done. So hopefully they find a way to get it done this year. But I wouldn't bet against the Bucs, man. I wouldn't bet against the Bucs because it's a veteran team.
He's doing this without Mike Evans and Bucky Irving right now. So
yeah,
you get them back. He gets it back into that rhythm. With having his wide receivers, it's good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, I like it. Even though all my dark horse teams are trash. I mean, I did pick.
You said the Packers.
The Packers is my dark horse to make it to. I had them in the NFC Championship game, so we'll see if that holds.
Packers and Bills. I gotta go back and track that. But you said Packers and Bills in the Super Bowl. You didn't even take your own team to go to the Super Bowl? Actually, I didn't have confidence in my own team either. So
yeah.
And we're 1-5.
Obviously not mine. I knew the Raiders weren't going to the Super Bowl. So, yeah. Packers and Bills. We'll see, man. I mean, the Bills, they're another team, much like Detroit, where the expectations are high, but when we get into that prime time, get that playoff mode going, just can't win the big one. So we'll see if they can do that this year. Either one of those teams.
All right, man. I'm ready. I don't know about you. I'm ready for Tuesday. A brand new season. Brand new bunch of old guys. My team running on the floor. But before we get to our teams here, before we do talk about the Lakers and Warriors, let's kind of talk about some news first before we get into that, so we don't miss out on the rest of the league here. First things first. This morning here, I woke up to news that was just pointless here. KD, 2-year, $90 million extension with the Rockets. Not something any of us needed to know about today.
He took a massive pay cut in order for.
Ain't no massive pay cut with that crap. Let's see. Come on, man. Oh man, ugh. Why is that even necessary news?
It's not. I mean, they're trying to make a big deal of it because he didn't ask for the max. But in my opinion, KD has made quite a bit of money throughout his career, and we all know at this point this is the end. Okay, this is the bitter end. If he decides to go into another team after his Houston thing, we won't care. We're looking at a scenario where in 2 years we're not going to have LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and all these guys are going to be out of the league. So, whatever. Happy for you, Durant. This is your third team. This is like his third team in 4 years.
No, it's 1, 2, 5. He's been on 5 teams.
5 teams. This is So good luck on the 5th one. Hopefully it works out for you. I don't know.
Nah, man.
Rockets they'll be a nice story. They'll be a good team this year. I'm no doubt.
That doesn't mean I want to root for them. He should have stayed his ass in the Bay Area, like I said.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to root for him. Plus, he's had some. Every time that Warrior thing comes up, he's been quick to say, "No, I would never go back there. I'm not going to want to be."
Dude, lying like a sack of shit here, and I'll say it as it is, man. You have not won anything since you left Golden State. So don't sit there and play it off like if you had the opportunity to come back, you know damn well there'd be a better shot for you to win the championship there than it is with that dumbass Houston team, that sorry-ass Suns team, that weak-ass Nets team, and your Oklahoma City Thunder team that couldn't get past the Heat with that young roster. So miss me with that shit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? God damn, man.
So in case y'all didn't know, KD is a hot button. We bring him up quite often during the
sit there and say, "Oh, I wouldn't go back to Golden State." Yeah, you would to win a championship. The whole reason why you came here in the first place. All right, so you go back there again. Guess what? You got a better chance. God.
And there you have it, folks. So Kevin Durant signed an extension. Great. He's with the Rockets for the next few years. And
2 years he'll be disappointed that he's going to want out, like he wanted out in Phoenix.
Oh man, he's going to get on the phone and see how James Harden's doing these days. But man, moving forward though. So our teams do match up. First game of the season. Obviously, NBA's they want to get these two West Coast teams out there on that West Coast game, that West Coast late night game. No LeBron. I'll talk about that a little bit. LeBron, whole offseason, I don't know. Comes back and doesn't play any preseason games. Now all of a sudden he's going to be out to 3 to 4 weeks with a sciatica.
Makes every Laker fan spend more money than they wanted to because he's
not just a few. With his makeshift announcement. What the hell are you announcing, LeBron? What are you announcing?
He made the announcement that he was partnering with Hennessy.
You announcing drinks on you? Great. It didn't do anything for anybody. It was stupid. They got some dumb Laker fan trying to sue him for some money because he bought some inflated ticket because everyone thought LeBron was going to announce his retirement on Amazon. And it's just...
You think he's going to go to Amazon to announce a retirement?
It's just a lot to do about nothing. It's just a check for LeBron, folks. It doesn't mean anything. Even if he did decide to retire... He's already 40-something years old. It's not going to surprise anybody at this point if he decides to retire. So I thought that was just stupid, man.
Well, let me ask you this, T. Like, kind of going into the season here. Look, I mean, the first full year with Luka, LeBron will come back at some point. You still got that core pieces around it with it. Year 2 for JJ Redick. So. What's your expectations going into this, man? Like,
well, I mean, so I guess it's kind of hard because you look at last year. Last year they finished third. They finished third in the West. They got bounced out in the first round though by a much more collective group with Minnesota. So really, what I'm looking for is just more continuity, man. I think if they finish between 1 through 5, they'll be fine.
It's going to be a loaded West.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to sit up here and try to lie to you. Or be like, yeah, the Lakers are gonna. You got to be able to get through some of these teams. We talked about Houston jokingly, but Houston is going to be a problem. They're a very good defensive team that just added a pretty good offensive player. OKC is OKC. They've got all their team reloaded. They haven't changed a bit. And then you also have the Warriors, who although are older, are trying to retool and get themselves back into that playoff category. And so, yeah, it's going to be a tough West, man. It's going to be a tough West. You got Dallas, who I don't think Dallas is going to be great this year, but they've got a chance. You know, they're going to be a team that can get out there and ball. So we got to respect them.
There's going to be one team in the league that plays defense this year. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks. That front court that they have with Cooper Flag, again, unknown because, you know, he's coming out of college.
Yeah.
But he's got the size. So it's not like he's going to have to worry about that. You've got 80, and then you still have, Likely and who's the other center?
You got Likely and you've got,
who's the other center?
On his name. I don't know, man. Why can't I think of his name? I'll look it up for us while we're talking.
But you know who it is. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So there's that. I don't know what we're going to get out of Minnesota, man, because I was really hoping for something a little more like, you know, up there.
Daniel Gafford. There you go.
You go. Gafford. Thank you.
And Klay Thompson's garbage, man. What? They keep rolling him out there. Do you at some point he has to come off the bench, right?
Meg Stallion life.
Are they going to keep is Klay Thompson going to start all season for Dallas?
No, are you kidding me?
Because
he couldn't even come off the bench. He couldn't even come off the bench in Golden State, and you think he's gonna come off the bench in Dallas? No, hell no, he's not.
So basically, you're telling me when Kyrie comes back, it's gonna be Flag, Irving, Davis, Klay, and Daniel Gafford?
No, I think Likely starts.
You think
Lively?
You think Lively starts?
Oh yeah, he's much more athletic. He's much more athletic.
Yeah, but Gafford's this season. He's been around longer though. I don't know.
That's hard to tell.
I don't know. But anyway,
who says Houston not going to be very good? Definitely as defensively as they were last season. The guy who does not groom himself, KD, does not play defense, and the point guard is not that good. Dude, isn't Fred VanVleet out for a minute?
He's out for the season. Yeah.
Yeah. He's out for this season, and no, KD does not groom himself at all.
No, he doesn't brush his hair.
All that patchiness that he tries to connect together. Like I thought I was bad. That's why I keep my mind clean. But
$100 million can't find a brush. It's crazy.
Well, just can't shave his head, man. Like just shave the back end. Just shave everything off, man. Like the fact that you try to create waves and you got this big old spot in the middle of the ocean.
No, he ain't creating waves, bro. Them is just naps, bro. He's not. He's just not brushing his hair, man. I don't know what's wrong with KD, man. He's been like that his whole career.
He said Klay just doing the WAP with Megan. He'd be all right. I mean, he's in.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. We're just talking about the basketball court.
On the basketball court, he ain't looking like Klay right now. Off the basketball court,
oh, he's great.
Oh, that man happy as hell right now.
He's doing whatever he wants to do.
He's ready to retire right now.
Not that he's ever been. He's always been a happy-go-lucky guy. Anyway,
he's super happy-go-lucky now, man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Who else? I wouldn't be shocked if the Spurs made the playoffs and stayed out of the play-in tournament. That young core is really good with Stephon Castle.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox leading the point. You got a healthy Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
That's a solid three right there. That could secretly make some noise.
It is.
So it's going to come down to the coaching, though.
That's what I was just about to say. They do have a little bit of a transition. You don't have Pop there anymore. So, things might change a little bit. I think they're a team that could definitely make the playoffs. I don't know if they get out of the play-in necessarily, but I think they can definitely get in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're going to be a nice little team there. And then the Warriors waived Seth Curry.
That was a short-lived signing.
But they are expected to sign him as soon as it becomes a little more financial. I think it was.
Well, first, okay, can we talk about this? Well, what the hell is going on with the Warriors management of their salary cap and the players on their roster? Like, this has been a complete crap show throughout most of the offseason, where we got caught up on this Kuminga thing, okay, which seemed to have been holding up the rest of their free agency and the rest of their money. They finally get that done. They signed a couple more players. I feel like, dude, this Kuminga thing should have been solved last season, but oh well. Now you're stuck with it. Here's what I'm looking at. The Warriors have to make Kuminga better. They have to make him a part of their game plan. Otherwise, they just wasted a lot of time and a lot of money. Because at least if he plays well, you could trade him mid-season.
Mm-hmm.
So they got it. They have no choice but to make Kuminga a part of the regular lineup on a regular basis. Kerr can't go out there and just be like, I'm not playing this guy because you've already paid him and you need to trade him. So get him out there.
Nah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Bruce. It was bad this offseason. Just the fact that the Warriors were in an argument with a guy who is not worth $40 million a year, and the fact that he held the Warriors up from signing that. Do I think he's not being played fairly? Kind of, right? But the fact of the matter is when he got hurt, that was it. Like they had to do something to keep the season afloat, right? Because he was playing well.
Yeah.
I give him credit. He was playing well before he got hurt. The minute he went down, that's a shocking development. Jimmy Butler is now in the picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Warriors then become one of the top defensive teams for the rest of the season. There's a lot of I guess you could say gelling. There's a lot of continuity with the team, right? And unfortunately, Kuminga's now on the sidelines watching that because he got hurt. You can't change that. But then when he came back, there was no sense of urgency from it, right?
Yeah.
He had a nice little Western Conference semifinals, but a lot of that was, more towards garbage time. Because last time I checked, after game 2, none of the games were really close for the Warriors when it came to the postseason. So, yeah, he had a nice little showing there. But at the end of the day, Kuminga's not a $40 million player. Not yet, until he shows it.
Yeah,
he's got to force Kerr to keep him in the lineup. He doesn't do it.
Yeah, I think it's a weird catch-22 for a team that shouldn't be that worried about a guy like this. And to be quite honest with you, that's why I'm saying to avoid these things, just make a decision. You know what I mean? If you're going to trade him, then trade him. Just be done with it. Get it over with. They had offers on the table from Sacramento. That's the biggest discussions that they had. They didn't pull the trigger because they didn't want to trade Kuminga because they felt like they weren't going to get value. And I think that's where I'm kind of
Malik Monk.
I'm kind of confused. So first, the idea is that he doesn't have enough value to pay him. But on the opposite side, it's we didn't trade him because we didn't get enough value. Both those things don't work. Like you have to pick one or the other, and that's where I think the Warriors made the mistake.
Malik Monk would have been a nice fit. Veteran presence, guy could play defense. Is a bucket getter. Not someone that you're gonna expect to shoot the three, but you don't need that. We've got guys who could do that already, right? Kuminga shouldn't be hanging out after past the 3-point line.
Yeah,
he needs to get to the basket.
Right. And Bruce in the comments. So Bruce, I agree with you, man. I don't think Kuminga is worth whatever he was asking for. I think that's pretty obvious. I don't think he was going to be worth the amount of money that he thinks he's worth. But my point is not really from the player's perspective because the player always wants more money. It's from the team perspective in that they have to hold on to this guy for an extended period of time, and they don't really want him. Yeah. And so that's why I'm saying, okay, if I'm the Warriors, I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what? I don't like necessarily the offers that I'm receiving. But then on the opposite end, I'm going to tell the player, you're not really worth it. Those two things don't mix is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's either one or the other. It's either he's not worth it or he's worth it. If he's worth it, then trade him for what he's worth. If he's not worth it, then trade him for what he's not worth. Or pay him what he's not worth. But it can't be, oh, he's so valuable that I need to get all these players from the Kings. But then on the opposite end, I'm saying, no, he's not worth paying. It doesn't work both ways, Bruce. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But hey, it's gonna be a new season though.
Not a problem for the Lakers. We didn't do it. We did just enough this offseason. I don't think we did enough to put ourselves over the top. Yeah. I like Ayton, but I don't like Ayton. Ayton's a good pickup, but we have to really see him in season to see how his motor is going to be. Because I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed watching Hayes play above the rim with a lot of those lob plays. And during this preseason, Ayton ain't got the timing down quite yet. Hopefully he will. But he's left a lot of lobs at the front of the rim. So hopefully he kind of gets better with that and gets the timing down with Luka.
That's going to be big.
And do a little bit better around the rim because he's a little too big to be catching lobs and bouncing them off the back of the iron there. That's a little, I don't know what that was. The Marcus Smart thing, I think it's a good pickup in name. We'll see if he can actually play at the level that the Lakers would need him to play at to defend the best player on the other team. Right now, that's not gonna happen yet, and I don't see that yet. Matter of fact, who I'm loving right now is oh man, see, like I'm losing. It's getting too late, y'all. I'm loving our backup point guard. Why am I missing? I'm messing up on my own team's name?
We talked about him. Gabe Vincent.
Were just talking.
Gabe Vincent.
Good Lord. I'm loving Gabe Vincent. I think Gabe Vincent, he had the injury the first season that we signed him. He's too small to really be a defensive presence, but I think he can definitely offer us a solid point guard that can knock down an open shot playing off of a Luka Doncic that's going to draw a lot of attention to himself anyway. So I do like that. And I think the Lakers will have a solid season overall, but for them to be better, they have to have, healthy defensive players. Marcus Smart has to be close to 75 or 70% of what he was at least in order to be impactful. And then Ayton Ayton's a really good rebounder, and he's played pretty well, I think, defensively around the hoop for what I've seen in the preseason. So if he can continue to do that, I think we'll be all right. I don't know. I'm not that worried about LeBron James being out because, quite honestly, there's a world.
There's going to be a lot of that.
There's a world where LeBron James isn't going to be on this team, and it's in the not too distant future. So having these guys play together, I think, is going to be a good thing. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. And there's a lot of haters out there, but Luka Doncic is actually pretty good at basketball. And I think sometimes we forget that, but we'll find that out.
Luka Doncic showing what that Ozempic all about, man. Boy dropped weight faster than anybody else. He had all of America jealous when he dropped that weight there. You know what I'm saying?
Magazines and all
here's the one thing I would say with Marcus Smart, right? You're not expecting him to score, right? He's not a bucket getter, but he plays defense really damn well. And I think that's the one thing that just kind of held the Lakers back a little bit, right? Like, I can't really name a solid defender on the Lakers staff or on the Lakers team.
We had Vanderbilt, who I thought was really good, but he was injured. So, if we can get the guys that have some defensive chops in the game, it's going to help us out a good deal.
And that's where Marcus Smart comes in. That's where Marcus Smart comes in with that. So, I thought it's gonna be interesting there. But I mean, look, it's a low risk and a high reward. If you get a very good defensive Marcus Smart, turns out to be a win. That's what you want out of him. That's all you're needing for. So your team, you're saying the Lakers finished top 5.
Top 5, yes.
Well, I'm going to say the Warriors finished top 5 because I don't want my team in the
it's kind of easy, right?
Yeah, we don't want to.
I guess we're not. We're not saying that they're going to. We're not shaking the earth with those predictions, but let's get to the chat because Bruce has been just he's just spamming.
That's all.
Let's make sure we get to his comments. So he said one comment I'll point out and I'll get your perspective on this is the Warriors did not want to lose Kuminga for nothing. So
we just talked about that.
Yeah. So I mean,
Malik Monk isn't nothing. Malik Monk is a polished player in the NBA, and the Warriors. When you look at the Warriors roster, 90% of it are guys who have been polished in the NBA that weren't drafted by the Warriors. Right? You have your core, right? But right now, Al Horford is almost a 20-year vet. He didn't play a single minute with the Warriors, right?
Yeah.
D'Anthony Melton, right? The Warriors looked really good with him. Unfortunately, he got hurt, so they had to move him off the books. They brought him back. Who else am I missing? Jimmy Butler from last year, right? The Warriors are building to try to maximize their time with Steph Curry as much as possible here. We're not talking Draymond because Draymond doesn't have that impact. But you're trying to maximize everything you can to try to pull a ring with Steph Curry one more time. Get him to that elusive 5, right? Because we all know it. Once we get to 5 rings, it's a different conversation, right? Yeah. When Kobe got his 5th, that conversation turned different. If LeBron gets his 5th or Curry gets his 5th, the conversation becomes different. So you need to build the right pieces, the guys who are established and know how to play in this league, to help them with that.
Yeah,
and that's why the Malik Monk thing made sense to do, because you're not have to worry about developing somebody. Steve Kerr doesn't develop players. We know this already.
Yeah.
So all right, cool. Let somebody else develop him and then bring in a vet so we could try to win a championship. I want championships now. I haven't seen them in 40 years. We got overly gifted with them, over the last 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I want to see more because the minute Curry is done, we're not seeing this anymore. And then those dark times come right back. Believe it or not, it's going to happen.
Yeah. And, I mean, you think it's similar to like a Jordan Poole situation when you guys won the championship and beat the Celtics. You have that guy that comes off the bench that can just knock down shots. You just need that third guy, and I think that's what the Warriors have been aching for, is to find one more guy to sort of that they can bring in that could put shots up and sort of stem the tide in the time frame where Steph Curry is out of the game. That's what you're looking for. And they tried to do that collectively with some of their younger players. It's just that a lot of the younger players weren't as consistent, so that's where things kind of fell apart a little bit.
But Bruce, Malik Monk goes to the hoop. He is not looking for a shot. Jonathan Kuminga is looking for a shot. He is shooting behind the three-point line. His strength is getting to the basket, and he does not utilize it. Malik Monk does. That's all I'm saying, is you need to change it up. That's what I would like to see. But, I mean, if Kuminga develops that part in his game, then, hell, then we got trade bait.
Exactly. And then Bruce, of course, here we go. Luka cries too. The officials can expect Doncic whining. Vando, what does he say? Vando chiropractors don't speed. Yeah, Vando has been out a lot, over the past few years. He's been injured quite a bit for a guy who's only like 25 years old. So the hope is that they could keep him for some amount of time during the season. Otherwise, he may end up being trade bait as well. As far as Doncic, I'm not worried about Doncic. I'm not worried about Doncic. It's almost like saying Steph Curry falls down a lot after he shoots layups trying to get fouls. Who cares? He's Steph Curry.
I would still take, if I had a chance to take Luka, I'd take it.
Yeah,
I'll bring it with him.
I don't care. I mean, yeah, so for sure. He's gonna cry just like 50-60% of the league, but he's Luka Doncic. So glad to have him on the team. Looking forward to him playing in Laker uniform. I'm excited. Man, but hey, our teams are playing each other, man. You know how this goes.
Of course it is, man.
Lakers
it's Tuesday night.
Opening this season.
On
Steph
NBC.
Curry is going to be ready, so you don't have to worry about him being injured. He's ready to play. LeBron's going to be somewhere playing dominoes with one of his kids at one of his kids' AAU games or high school games, whatever they're doing now. And, hey, we get a chance to see Luka starting from the very beginning. I'm very curious to see what happens. It sounds like our coach, JJ Redick, is going to mix up the starting lineup a little bit by dropping Gabe Vincent in there. I'm curious to see how that works out. Sounds kind of dumb, but we'll see how it goes. So it's interesting to see. But, Matt, I think it's a great matchup, man. I think Ayton is going to have a lot of trouble with Draymond. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, Draymond
gonna be in his shirt
right now.
He gonna be in Ayton's shirt, telling him that he's weak and he's soft, calling him all types of names.
But boy, Draymond was shit talking to Dalton. Was it Connect?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
He said, "Hey man, you can't talk no mess. You got traded, and then they couldn't get the trade, so you came back." I'm like, oh, "Come on, man, it's preseason. You're supposed to like the guy."
So I think that part of it's gonna be interesting. I do think it's going to be interesting to see how the Lakers. What I'll be looking for, honestly, for me, is defensively how the Lakers play. That's what I'm going to be looking for. I think offensively with Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, I like Hachimura and what he brings to the table. I think you're going to have a Laker team that's capable of putting up points, but what can they actually do on the defensive end? So that's what I'll kind of be monitoring, not just this game, but throughout most of the season, man, to see if they can really put up some defense.
Talk to me about the Warriors after the first quarter of the season, because this is how the last two quarters of the season went.
You're right. Yeah.
They were 12-2 last year, right? And then the year before that, they only had one loss, I think. They were looking to, they were on pace to be really good, and then
the bottom fell out.
So look, after 20 games, then I'm going to start evaluating the Warriors. But for the first 20, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, we're top team in the West. Yeah. No, because the last time I did that, we ended up in the play-in.
Another team that does that a lot. Another team does a lot is the Pelicans. Pelicans, they like to come out pretty hot, They've done it a couple of seasons. Atlanta has done it a couple times. You never know till you get past Thanksgiving.
When you get into December,
yeah,
that's when you know what kind of team you have, because things change in a blink of an eye. So yeah, talk to me after 20 games.
Yeah, Bruce chimes in. Everybody knows this Steph does not get calls. Yeah, I mean, name one. You go find any fan of any fan base and ask them if their favorite player gets calls. They'll all say the same thing you are, man. They'll all say the same thing. Every single one. That's just a favoritism thing. Aiden is softer than Cottonelle. Look, I'm going to agree with you on that, man. Because, Aiden, he too big to be palming them layups like that and hitting the front of the rim. I don't like that. My man is going to have to stop running away from contact, because that's what it looks like when he's out there. He kind of stops at the free throw line, stares at the rim for a little while. I don't like that. He's going to have to be a little bit more physical, man. For real. And for goodness sake, catch a lob. Catch it and dunk it. Okay?
Well, we get the NBC music Tuesday morning or Tuesday night.
Great, man. That's going to be great.
I know. And then I guess Inside the NBA is on ESPN now.
Nah, man, I hope they talk so much mess about ESPN.
I hope they do.
I hope Charles Barkley Charles Barkley get fired. I hope he gets fired. Start his own podcast.
I think he does have one.
Oh, he does? Oh, sorry.
Well,
sorry,
kind of. Oh, Starting 5, season 2's out. And guess who's on it?
Who?
Kevin Durant.
Oh, Houston? Oh,
yeah.
My God.
No, when his last season in Phoenix.
Oh, why?
Because it was filmed last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying, why would I want to watch? Well, hopefully it's dramatic, because they talking about how crappy they are, and he's ready to punch somebody in the face.
It's Kevin Durant, Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Jaylen Brown. Who the fuck is the fifth one that I'm missing? Who's the fifth one that I'm missing? God bless it. We're not ending this until I figure it out.
That's a good one, though. I mean, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, I'm sure people want to follow him around. It might be a little boring, though, but, because he's just, stand-up dude. It was much better when we could follow around guys like Ant. So, B, can we just make Ant Edwards a full-time participant?
Dude, come on, man. I would love that.
My man could have his own show,
Oh, James Harden. Harden is on it.
Wow. That's garbage, man.
Oh, my God.
You get James Harden walking around with all of his BBL Los Angeles girlfriend. I'm not interested in why. I don't want to see it. You know who else need to be on? Put LaMelo on there.
Nah, I think they're only doing active players.
What?
That would be nice.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like in the playoffs?
For the show. No, for the show. Starting 5.
They can't put LaMelo Ball in there?
Nah. Oh, LaMelo?
Yeah, LaMelo
Ball. I thought you meant somebody else.
No,
My bad.
LaMelo Ball, man. Put him on there. Put him and Ant Edwards on there at the same time.
Oh, God. That'd be too much, man.
That'd be fun, though.
Oh, man.
When
they gonna allow Steph Curry to be on
He's not gonna agree to do it. He's not gonna agree to do it, man.
He's got to at some point.
Yeah. Plus, man, his wife be in the news and stuff. We ain't trying to give her a microphone.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about that.
We don't want to have her saying too much, because it sounds.
She's already said enough, man.
Yeah.
Mark Sanchez before we wanted to leave, right?
Yeah, so Mark Sanchez wanted to follow up the butt fumble with another one. My man Mark Sanchez,
first of all, he needs to stay out of New York. He's plain and simple.
Yeah, stay out. My man goes into he's in an area maybe he don't know much about. Or no, he just by a hotel or some crap like that. I don't know where he was. He approaches someone because of where they're parking. Okay. That person was just doing their job, delivering some crap, right? And then he approaches them in a drunken fashion and tries to beat them up. Little does he know that OGs carry blades. And so the OG, he cut him up like a fish.
Mark Sanchez cut him too. Mark Sanchez stabbed him.
He stabbed Mark Sanchez. That's
No,
what I thought so.
Mark Sanchez stabbed him too.
Oh, he did? Oh man.
Yes. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now.
I'm pretty sure. I know he got stabbed.
Mark Sanchez got stabbed.
Yeah. I thought that fool got stabbed, and that's where they left it, with him on the ground talking about I'm bleeding.
Mark Sanchez has always done questionable stuff. He went to USC, of course, man. Let me see here.
Idiot, man.
I'm pulling it up. Sorry. What actually happened to Mark Sanchez?
That's what you typed in. Oh, man.
Yeah. No, you're right. It was just Mark Sanchez that got stabbed.
Yeah.
But he was covered in blood. My bad.
Thank you.
My bad.
He ran up on an OG who had a knife. OG thought dude was going to beat him up. He pulled the knife out and he cut him up like a fish. Left him on the ground and went on about his day. You can't be attacking old people at night, okay? Especially somebody doing their job in the great city of, where were they? Were they in New York?
Station. I don't know where they were in New York.
Like, you don't know who you're dealing with, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. I don't know if it was an all black man, but it kind of sounds like it was.
I think it was.
But he got, that sounds like what would happen. You can't just run up on people, Mark. Okay, you think in your mind you got some type of no. When you roll up on people like that,
I'm telling you, man, alcohol makes you do some wild ass things. You turn into Superman sometimes. No, depending on what you're drinking.
Turned into Swiss cheese.
I mean, look,
queso fresco.
Now you
queso fresco.
Now you making it sound like he was just slice and dice like straight out of the Terrifier movie.
No, not that far. No. I just meant like a, chop, 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 and then that was the end of it. That's it.
Like something out of the Dave Chappelle skit.
Exactly.
Oh man, that was a good one.
Well,
you
sorry,
stabbed
Mark.
me.
Oh man.
All right. In any case, everybody root against the Dodgers. They made the World Series again. They paid their way to another World Series. So
That's right. Somebody petitioned for a salary cap in MLB.
Jesus Christ, man! I gotta watch another week of baseball with them in it.
Yeah, you do. Well, folks, I think that's all we got. We appreciate you, Bruce, for joining us as always. We are super excited because now we're gonna have the NBA and the NFL to talk about at the same time. So it's gonna be fun. Man, so yeah, we will see y'all next Sunday. Me and B will be glued to the game on Tuesday because we've got some bragging rights to sort out here between our two basketball teams.
Bro, we're gonna have bragging rights for like the last 3 years until these two old farts retire. The NBA will never make the Lakers and Warriors not play on opening night together.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Damn.
So we got
too bad LeBron was like, yeah, no, my sciatica hurt.
I thought you was spending $1 million on your body.
I heard my back cutting Kai Cenat's braids, y'all. I hurt my back.
You're stupid as hell.
I heard my back cutting his braids. Oh my god, seriously, bro. Anyway, all right, y'all. We appreciate y'all joining us. Hit that like and subscribe button if you like the content. Until next time.